Alright. There's a typo in the notes. Well, that's Lainey's fault.
I need to like this life in a.
Live. We'll get there. Live. Alright. What is the major malfunction that you know? What's the name of our series? And why is it called paper?
Has everything is here. Everything is paper. Isn't incongruous with us?
Wait, did you say everything is not incongruous?
Yeah. Everything we do here is gonna go with us.
Okay, this is
Gotcha.
what look behind
Gotcha.
you. There's a smiley face. There's a smiley face.
No. Look, follow that. Okay, alright. Getting on. Alright, who did their journals this week? Very good. Oh, gosh, I let me down. Teresa, you didn't do your journal?
My week consisted of 2 Wednesdays.
Just so caught up in all the videos.
2 Wednesdays. What?
I'm pretty sure no time passed between this Wednesday and last
Does
Wednesday.
anyone else feel like that? No time passed between this Wednesday and last Wednesday? Yes. You are too busy, good soul. Okay.
Now, see, I'd rather have that than it feel like it has been for me. I got a new TV in my room.
Talk about that breakout.
Wait.
Alright. Our journey is to find what? Our journey that we started many months ago was to find what?
The meaning of life.
The meaning of life. And we're going through the book of Solomon. Ecclesiastes. The book of Ecclesiastes, which was written by whom? David. Ecclesiastes was written by Paul. Solomon. Thank you. And Solomon was what number king of Israel?
I don't remember.
3rd. Yes. Can you name them in order?
Saul, David, Solomon.
There. Saul, David, Solomon. Okay. Thumbs up, good king. Thumbs down, bad king. Saul. And very good. David. Solomon. I'd go David and Solomon. This is the way I heard it, but hey. All men are Alright. Tonight we're going to look at the disturbing facts that we are all going to die. So how should we live? Yeah, flip over to the front. It says vapor. Ecclesiastes chapter 9. I'm going to die. How should I live? What does it say at the front?
I know it's I'm a student's joy.
That's the truth. It's hard for students and it's July 24th. Alright, Ian, read for us the first 6 verses.
The first 6 verses?
Of Ecclesiastes chapter 9.
Okay. I lay examining it all, how the righteous and the wise and their deeds are in the hand of God, whether it is love or hate. Man does not know. Both are before him. Not jumping over words. It is same for all, since the same event happens to the righteous and the wicked, to the good and the evil, to the clean and the unclean. To him who sacrifices and to him who does not sacrifice, as the good one is, so is the sinner. And he who swears is as he who shuns an oath. This is an evil in all that is done under the sun, that the same events happens to all. Also the hearts of the children of men are full of evil, and madness is in their hearts while they live. And after that they go to the dead. But he who is joined with all the living has hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing, and they have no more reward. For the memory of them is forgotten. Their love and their hate and their envy have already perished, and forever they have no more to share. They have no more share in all that is done under the sun.
All that is done under the sun. I'm going to die, so how should I live? Here's your disturbing point number 1. Boom. I need to wrap my brain around the disturbing fact that I am going to die. Now I want you to stop and actually think about that. You are going to die. In fact, that's what Solomon was saying in verses 1 or 2. Everyone is going to die. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter who your parents are. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter your social status. It doesn't matter if you're rich. It doesn't matter if you're poor. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You eventually are going to die. Like you're really filling me with a lot of encouragement right now. I know. But you are going to die. Why are we going to die? Verse 3. This is an evil that is done in the Son. The same event happens to all. What's that same event? Death and tax consequences. Death, the same event. We're all going to die. Continue reading. Also, the hearts of the children of man are full of evil, and madness is in their hearts while they live, and after that they go to the dead. Okay? Why did we all die? We all died because of sin. Did God initially create death? Was death a part of His plan? No, absolutely not. When He created Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, they were meant to be perfect. They were meant to live forever. Guess what? You were meant to live forever. What happened? They disobeyed God. Sin entered the world, and with sin comes... You don't have to whisper it. You can shout. Sin comes death. For the wages of sin is death. Thank you very much. Death came with sin. Death is a result of sin. I used to have a friend. He would say this. Life sucks. Then you die. There you go. This life, there's sin in this life. We are absolutely horrible. We are not deserving of our Savior. We're not deserving of grace or love. He gives it anyway. Life sucks, then we die. You're like, that gives me a lot to look forward to. Absolutely. You are going to die. And it gets even worse. Your memory is going to fade. Not like your memory, because you'll be dead, but the memory of you is going to fade. Verse 4 says, But he who is joined with all the living has hope, for the living dog is better than the dead lion. For the living will know that they will die, but the dead know nothing, and they have no more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Not only are you going to die, not only do you live in a world full of sin, but you won't even be remembered. You're like, well, people who live after me will remember me, right? My friends, my family. Yeah, they'll remember you, but your memory will fade. Over time, we're all forgotten. There are countless billions of people who have lived throughout history that we have no idea even existed. No idea whatsoever. There are a few people who are in recorded history. We have names, we have dates, we have rulers, we have kings, we have people like George Washington, people who did all kinds of cool things, who somehow survived history or got put down in history books, so we know that they existed. But even them, we don't know their personality. We don't know their favorite catchphrases. We don't know where they like to hang out. We don't know their friends. Their memory is faded. We just have some facts, maybe they're facts, if they weren't lies, written down in history books. That's it. Everybody's memory will fade. So here, I'm giving you a lot of great things. Number 1, you're going to die one day. Number 2, you have to live in a world full of sin. Number 3, after you're gone, no one's going to remember you. Who's encouraged? Of course, Laney ones. Absolutely. All right, I want to show you this video. Watch this real quick, because the kid in this video has got the point.
I have dreams.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of death?
Yeah.
Me too. There's no way out of it. You're going to die. I'm going to die. It's going to happen. What difference does it make if it's tomorrow or 80 years? Much sooner in your case. Do you know how fast time goes? I was 6, like yesterday.
Me too.
I'm going to die. You are going to die. What else is there to be afraid of?
What else is there to be afraid? You are going to die. Now, I'm going to make a bold statement and say the kid in that clip didn't know Jesus. Would you guys agree with that? Okay. That would be a horrifying, horrifying thought, to die without Jesus. But regardless of the fact whether you know Jesus or not, you're going to die, unless, of course, Jesus returns before that and we're raptured, which would be really cool. But otherwise, we're all headed to death. All of us. You're like, this is very discouraging and disturbing, and I really don't want to talk about this. I understand that. But point number one, I need to wrap my brain around the disturbing fact that I'm going to die. Why do I need to wrap my brain around that? Point number two, boom. I need to live this life in a God-honoring way. Because I'm going to die, I need to live this life in a God-honoring way. Some people have that backwards. Some people think, because I'm going to die, I should just party, because eat, drink, and be merry, because tomorrow we're going to die. Some people have that philosophy. I'm going to die, so I just need to party. Is that the philosophy of the Christian? You say it out loud. Should that be the philosophy of the follower of Jesus Christ? No, the follower of Jesus Christ should say, hey, one reason that I should live a God-honoring life is because I'm going to die. I'm limited. My time on earth is limited, so I should live a God-honoring life. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We have got, I'm just going to say two groups. I'm going to throw you in this group. We got two groups. We got group, well, you may be boring. Yeah, group 1 and group purple. Yeah! And so group 1 and group purple. This is your jobs. In verses, look at your text. In verses 7 through 10, there are 3 ways to live a God-honoring way. There are 3 things in here to live a God-honoring way, and it's your job to find what those are. So group 1, go. Group purple, go. You got 5 minutes. Work together. You can turn your chairs around.
All right, whatever Hannah and Julie say it is, that's what it is.
All right. Turn back around. Okay, team 1. I'm laser brushing my teeth. All right, team number 1. Name one thing that you found to live life in a God-honoring way.
Go for it, though. Strive for purity.
Strive for purity. Okay, where'd you find that?
Verse 8.
Ah, yes. Let your garments be white, right not the blood like in the head. Okay, I can see where you draw that. Nice one. I didn't draw that conclusion, but I'm glad that you found it. Very good. Team Purple, name one.
Do everything to the best of your ability.
Do everything. Where'd you get that?
Verse 2.
Whatever it wants to do with all your might. I actually did catch that one. Very nice. Okay, team 1, what was another one? You had 4.
What?
I wasn't listening. But
Hello, go. No, it's your turn.
it's your
All right, Julie.
Be joyful, grateful / joyful.
Where'd you get that?
7.
Ah, yes. All right, good. I see that. All right, team Purple. Give me one, Maddie. What you got?
1 and 3.
I know. But they came up with another one that I wasn't thinking of. What did you find? Where are you from? Live honorably? Where'd you get that one?
Verse 8.
Oh. All right, I'll give that one to you. Here's what I got. You ready? You can jot this down on a side note somewhere. All right. Enjoy the life God has given you. That would be verse 7. Go eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart, for God has approved of what you do. We've talked about this. We've talked about being content with the life that God has given you. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your circumstances are, no matter if you got 2 parents, you got 1 parent, you got no parents, no matter if you go to a good school, a poor school, a horrible school, no matter if you're rich, no matter if you're poor, no matter what you got going on in your life, enjoy it. Be thankful for it. That is one way to live life in a God-honoring way. You guys got that. Good. 9. Enjoy life with the wife whom you love. Raise your hand if you're married. All right. The rest of you are not married. Most of you in this room are not married. So you're like, okay, doesn't apply to me. Wait a minute, though. He's talking about loving your spouse, the only spouse, the one spouse that God's given you. You're like, okay, that's not me. But you can be content and you can be faithful to your future spouse. Do you guys know that? Being faithful to your spouse does not start when you get married. Being faithful to your spouse starts before you get married. That means don't fool around with somebody. That means don't flirt around with somebody. That means being faithful to the man or the woman that God is going to bring in your life. Start that now. That's living life in a God-honoring way. And then verse 10, you guys got this one. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. Work hard. Work hard. You guys are like, well, I don't work right now. Okay, that's cool. Apply to school. Do your school hard. Do your best at your schoolwork. Do your best at, if you have a part-time job, do your best at your chores. When you grow up, when you go to college, when you get a job someday, do your best. That is living life in a God-honoring way. So the three things that I pulled out there, and you guys pulled some other ones out there, which is really cool. The three things I pulled out there were, enjoy what God has given to you, be faithful to your future spouse, and work hard. That's living life in a God-honoring way. Hey, you're going to die. So live life in a God-honoring way. And lastly, point number 3, I need to remember that life ends all too quickly. Verse 11, again I saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle is strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge. But time and chance happen to them all. For man does not know his time. Like fish that are taken in an evil net, like birds that are caught in a snare, so the children of man are snared in an evil time when it suddenly falls upon them. Just because you're fast, just because you're smart, just because you're wise, just because you're rich, just because you're intelligent, doesn't mean that life is going to be great for you. Life is full of crap. It is. Crap happens to everyone. And, yes, it is an understatement. You're absolutely right. And you are not promised tomorrow. God does not say in His Bible, hey, I guarantee you 70 years. He never says that. We could walk out of this room, we could die tonight. You're like, you're disturbing me again. Okay, but I just want you to be sober about this and be serious that, hey, life ends all too quickly, so live it for the glory of God. You're going to die, so you should live your life in a God-honoring way because life ends too quickly. We should live as true disciples of Jesus Christ. We talked about 3 ways. We talked about some more ways. We talked about ways that we can live for God in a God-honoring way. They were enjoy the life that God has given you. They were be faithful to your future spouse, and they were work hard. But let's come up with some other ways. Okay? As disciples of Jesus Christ, it's not just the life that I live, the physical life I live, but it's also the spiritual life that I live. What does Jesus call us to do? What? Be disciples. Okay, you're on it. Be disciples. Okay, I'm using green then. Okay. We are called to be disciples. We're called to be disciples of Jesus Christ. So, what are some ways we do that?
Spread the word.
Spread the word. Okay, be a witness. I'm going to put. Be a witness. Spread word. What else?
Be teachable.
Ooh, I like that. Be teachable. Cool. What else?
Drag your friends to church.
Drive them. You drive.
Drag them.
Drag them.
Because I will drag a couple of my friends here, and they'll hate me for it, but they'll also just come.
Sure. Okay. What else? Okay, I'm going to put people around here. Okay. Pursue holiness. What does that mean? Pursue holiness. What does that mean?
To read your Bible and pray and ask God to help you fix things that are wrong and fill you with what He wants you to do.
Absolutely. You know what it is? Absolutely. It's getting rid of sin and clinging to Jesus. Holiness is that ridding of sin in our life. I want you guys to stop and think about something. Stop and think about something that you're tempted with often. Just think about it. Don't say it out loud. Something you're tempted with often. Do you fight that or do you give in? Do you say yes to me and no to Jesus, or no to me and yes to Jesus? We need to pray for victory and fight that and pursue holiness in our lives. But it's easier to sin. It's more fun. It is easier, it's more fun in the moment. It's certainly not fun afterwards. We fight for that. We fight for victory. Pray for victory. And guess what? In your breakout groups, tell each other what you're struggling with and ask each other for prayer. That's how we get victory over sin. Anything else? I mean, we could go on and on and on. You got anything else real quick? Quiet bunch tonight.
Listen to what others have to say.
Listen to what others, let's be specific. Just any old others?
Listen to what, like, older people that go to church.
What? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say older saints. You know what I mean by that? Saints, fellow believers. Not saints like St. Peter, St. Paul. But saints as in older believers, like Ian. Okay? Listen to what they have to say. That's very good, actually.
That was quite the compliment.
Absolutely. All right. Listen to me. I don't want to be morbid with you guys. I don't want to freak you out. But here's the truth. You're going to die. So the real question is, how are you going to choose to live? Break out.
I like your little Martha fun.
That was all for entertainment.
Trivia. Did you know there were two cousins that hated each other, but they became best friends? And one of them died, and then the other one